What's up guys, and welcome back to another video and another episode of the F1 Dream Team. Today we're here for episode number 10 and it's actually the penultimate episode today. We've actually got 5 races left. I sort of calculated which tracks we hadn't done, and there's actually, there's only 5 tracks which we are yet to complete a race on, 2 of which are actually in our inventory, which I'll show on that side of me now. So Singapore and Silverstone are 2 tracks which we actually haven't done yet. And the only 3 that we haven't actually got in a pack so far are Monza, Spa, and also Baku. So yeah, basically what we're going to do for these last 2 episodes, I'm actually going to do 2 races today, and I'm going to do, like I did last episode, I'm going to do 3 races in the final episode. So if we could hit 80 likes at least on this one, then I'll try my best to put that one up next week. Also, if you didn't check out the last episode of The Ultimate Career, I'll try and remember to leave a link down in the description, because I believe some boxes were broken that day. It only actually reached about like half of the viewers, which is a little bit disappointing, but yeah, do go and check that out if you haven't already. Now, as I am here at uni, I actually haven't got my wheel with me, which I do use at home, and I could be wrong, but I think this is only like the first or second time which I've actually recorded a Dream Team episode here, and that is because I have to use the pad, and I've actually just got on Twitter to explain this. I don't hate it, but I just dislike the handling model on the pad on this game. You know, 2013 for the Ultimate Career, I'm loving that, you know, really good handling model, but on 2016, it's just sluggish, it's horrible, it's really difficult to sort of master if you just jump on the game, you know, like once a week like I do. So basically what I'm going to do for these last 2 episodes, as I'm going to be recording them here, is I'm just going to get rid of the time trial, because it's sort of impossible for me to do. I'm a little bit slower on the pad, so I'm never going to get near to any sort of pole time. I'm just going to abolish that and just try and, you know, get through the races and finish this series before the start of the new season. I hope that is okay with you guys, and to be honest, it should like actually speed up the process of me uploading as well. So 2 races today, 3 in the next one. Without further ado, let's see what we got in the pack. Yeah, we had 47 tokens left over from last time out, so I'm going to open a gold pack, which leaves us with 7 tokens, so it shouldn't really matter that we're not going to do the time trial, because if I did do it, I'd still get 0 tokens, so, you know, at best I tend to get 1 or 2 anyway. But, as you can see at the bottom of the screen now, the 3 tracks which we have packed are the 3 which we haven't done yet, so that is Baku, Spa and Monza, as I've already specified. And the 2 drivers that we've got, a very good day for us. We've got Lewis Hamilton's special card actually around Silverstone, which is quite good because obviously Silverstone is a track which we haven't done yet, and that means I will actually be able to discard the Silverstone track for an extra 3 tokens. I'm also going to discard that Australia track for another 2 tokens, which should, you know, we'll have plenty of tokens to open another gold pack next episode. And we've also got Nico Rosberg, which is fantastic, and we've got a 6 and 7 token setup. So obviously, with Lewis Hamilton's being a special card anyway, we get to use whatever setup we want, and then Nico Rosberg will just use the full token allocation. So I think to start with today, we're just going to get straight into it, go straight into Silverstone. And as you can see on which side, that side of me, now we're going to be using Lewis Hamilton. So yeah, his home race, he obviously won it in 2016. Can we replicate that? Let's get into it. Oh, the weather looks as if it's been just about kind to us here at Silverstone. And there's a bit of blue sky I see. It's either blue or it's overcast. I can't really tell, to be honest. But nonetheless, yes, it is. It's clear skies. Brilliant. 22 degrees. Just what we wanted. All we need now is to be starting at the front. Hey, we are at the front as well, so that should be pretty good for us. All we need to do is get a good start, which is easier said than done, especially on a pad, which I just can't seem to get off the line very well, but we'll see how we do. Here we go then, revving up to the 5 red lights here at Silverstone. Can we keep the lead ahead of Nico Rosberg? We'll have to see, but it is lights out and away we go, and it's been a decent start to be fair. And have we held it into turn 1? Yes, we have. That should hopefully be the most difficult part of this race done. I think I spoke too soon. Rosberg is coming down our inside now. Is he going to be able to outbrake us, though, is the question. We've left him room on the inside, but that turns to our inside now. He's completely blocked us off. That was a bit rude. I gave you the space, Nico, but obviously he doesn't care. The hanger straight just wasn't quite long enough for us there. We are closing in on Rosberg, and he's braked so early for that corner, but we just can't take advantage at the moment as we now come to the end of lap 1. It's going to be difficult before we get DRS, to be honest. We're closing up on Rosberg again just before we get onto the hanger straight. So hopefully this time we can actually make use of it. There's no DRS. We're still in rich mix, as you can see. But I think we are going to go down the inside this time. Beautiful exit from Maggots and Beckett's. And as we go down to 4th gear, probably went down a gear too much there, but it doesn't matter. We wanted to turn in. We got to just that, and we are now up into P1. This time, I've just forgotten, it's lap 3. That means that Rosberg has got DRS, and he's done exactly the same as he did on lap 1, except this time he's blocking us off before we get to this corner. And we do actually manage to get the move done, and that's Ricciardo up into P2. So that will do Hamilton a load of good in the driver's standings, but for our sake, we could do with Ricciardo finishing behind Rosberg, because he's one of the guys who we're trying to overtake. Yeah, with these final 5 races, I think we've just got to hope. Well, one being that Ricciardo definitely doesn't overtake us. As I say, he's one of the guys which we need to overtake in the driver's standings. Yeah, I think the aim should be for these final 5 races, especially as we have Mercedes all episode this time, is to just try and get ahead of those Red Bulls in the driver's standings. I believe they're only about 10 points ahead. I need to stop talking because I literally cannot concentrate on this game at the best of times. But Ricciardo's going to now take a look at us down into turn 1. I have never seen a more audacious move than that, but he thinks better of it and is going to stick behind us. Here we go again, and this time it's Daniel Ricciardo taking a look. He wasn't quite as aggressive actually as Nico Rosberg. So very, very realistic there in the sense that Rosberg and Hamilton hate each other more than Ricciardo and Hamilton do. But nonetheless, we actually managed to keep position once again, which is quite impressive actually. And yeah, we've just got, what is it, a lap and a half now? There's quite a big train of cars behind us. I believe it's probably the Ferraris, Red Bulls and Rosberg. So yeah, it's going to be difficult to keep this position. I think Ricciardo's going to come for us again. We're going to take the outside this time. He's going to have to go down the inside if he wants to get past us, and he bashes wheels with us. Luckily, no damage to either car, I don't believe. And yeah, we stay in the lead once again. Final time, we'll have to come down the Wellington straight. It's just so difficult to get a good exit. Because I just keep... it's just so annoying with this controller. Using the... Oh my god, we've actually been hit. We've been hit from behind. And that was Nico Rosberg who just went straight into us. There was nothing we could do, and I hope one of them has got a penalty. Well, I'm surprised it actually hasn't happened earlier on in the series, but that does not make it any less infuriating. We are now in P6 after being in the lead, just standing our ground, it has to be said, on the straight. You guys can, rewind it. I might put a little replay on the screen now of what happened. But in my opinion, I just sort of stood my ground, and this is going to actually be an effort just to keep P6 now, because we've got Massa behind us. And thank God we're in a Mercedes, and we were actually pulling away from the cars like Williams and whatever. But it's just so annoying, because we looked as if we were on course for the win there. Oh my God, we've got Perez and Massa right behind us. And please don't knock us off. And we're just going to brake very, very easily. And Nico Rosberg wins. So he's overtaken. He literally ploughed into the back of us. And he's overtaken Ricciardo. Somehow we managed to get P6. But there is some controversy there. I'm going to take a look at the replay as well afterwards, like I did in Monaco last time. But yeah, very, very interesting stuff. Well, I'm done. There was no penalties at all. So Rosberg takes the win from Ricciardo. And then there's the two Ferraris, followed by Verstappen. So we haven't lost out too much to Verstappen, but that was just such a good opportunity. I'm so annoyed. You guys know that when I'm in a Mercedes, I want to just literally just try and get that win. You can see by the fastest lap, we are so much quicker than anyone else. How we quite managed to fall into the clutches of everyone, I have no idea. But yeah, I'm going to take a look at the replay and see what happens. Right, so here we are. This is the replay. This is what we do. So we're just keeping our wheels straight. We have done absolutely nothing there. And so from my point of view, I haven't done anything wrong. Now let's take a look at Ricciardo. So what does he do in this? He moves to the inside, which is fair enough. You can't really say Ricciardo does anything wrong there. And he just turns into the corner. He actually experiences no damage. Now this is the real question. What does Rosberg do? So he's actually behind Ricciardo at this point. So we get a pretty poor exit, it has to be said. Not the best exit. So Ricciardo sort of pulls to the inside. And Rosberg just drives into the back of us, and we go ploughing off into the wall. You know, what can you do? What can you do? He doesn't get a penalty or anything, but whatever, whatever. So that race then has had a massive impact on the drivers' standings. And, you know, for quite a few races now, in fact, for pretty much the whole season, it's been Rosberg in front of Hamilton, then Hamilton edges in front of Rosberg, you know, each getting 25 and 18 points at a time. Whereas this time, Rosberg takes 25 points, Hamilton only takes 8. So, yeah, Rosberg has now got a 10-point lead with 4 races to go. So surely he can't bottle that now. But, yeah. Elsewhere, Kimi Raikkonen has extended his lead over Vettel, and as we look down, we are now 9 points off Verstappen, so we've had a couple of bad races in the last 3, so we had one race where we didn't score at all, that was with Magnussen, I believe, and then obviously we've lost out big time, well, to at least Ricciardo, not so much to Verstappen, but, you know, that was a chance to go above him in the drivers' standings, but yeah, we've still got one race left today, and we've also got to sort out our inventory, in order to get some more tokens. So yeah, I have taken a look at what was in my inventory. I'll show the tracks on that side of me now. So as you can see, we had Silverstone and we also had Australia there. So we've already raced around Australia earlier on in the series. So as I say, we're not going to be doing any more time trials. So that can be discarded for an extra 2 tokens. And as we've just raced around Silverstone with the Lewis Hamilton special card, we can also then discard the other Silverstone track that we have got in our inventory for an extra 3 tokens, as that is a gold track. So that gets us an extra 5 tokens. That is on top of the 22 tokens which we already had in the club, I guess you can say. So yeah, that's 22, add 5. That's 27 tokens that we've got, and obviously we need the 40 to get the final gold pack of the series. So yeah, we only actually need 13 tokens. If I can't go with that with Nico Rosberg, I don't deserve a gold pack whatsoever. But no, this is a big race. We've got to try and outscore the Red Bulls quite dramatically now in the final 4 races. But yeah, so the final race, as you can see on that side of me now, is going to be with Nico Rosberg, and we are going to go around Singapore this time, I think. Obviously, that's been sitting in the inventory for quite some time now. And obviously we've got a 7 token setup to use as well, so that should be quite tasty to use. But yeah, full setup, Singapore, street circuit. Surely we've got to get the win with Rosberg this time. You are kidding me. You are actually kidding me. It's raining for the final race of the day in Singapore. I've never seen it rain during a race week. It might have rained like one session in a race weekend once, but of course it's just my luck that it rains for this race. But yeah, this is good. This is just stepped up a level. Singapore, not a track which I particularly am good at anyway, but you know what? Maybe the rain can bring us some luck, and well, we'll have to see what the grid's looking like. Oh no, we're not. Okay, we're third. We're directly behind Hamilton, but there is a Ferrari in between us, and Verstappen's 4th as well. This could not have gone much worse, to be honest. But you know what? This is our chance to show that we're actually a half-decent driver on this game. And you know what? We're just going to go all out. We need the win. It's intermediate conditions. Fortunately, it's not full wet, so it could be slightly worse, but not much worse. And now we are away here in Singapore. Hamilton looks to get a good start, but we get an incredible start. We've actually overtaken someone on the run into turn 1, and we are right behind Hamilton now. And as much as I'd take P2, I just want to get that victory over the other Mercedes, even though it is Hamilton, and I was screwed over by Rosberg last time. We are right behind Hamilton as we come towards the hairpin, but just too far back to make a move, and this car is squirming a lot under brakes, but it's good to see that we do actually have the pace. You can see we're pulling away from Vettel as well, so surely we can't bottle this now. Oh, could we be any closer right now? It's so difficult to make a move anywhere, to be fair, on this track, especially in this section. And this seems to be where we're quicker on the run up to this hairpin. Are we going to be able to make a move? No, Hamilton goes to... Oh my god, we've actually gone down the inside. Have we run out of track, though? That is the question I think we just about have, but we've actually got the move done. I thought we'd completely like overshot the corner, which I think we had, but it's a legal move apparently, and after that last race, I don't care. As if I'm actually proud of myself doing a dive bomb down the inside and losing my front wing in the same move, and saying, you know what, I'll take that. I think that just about sums up my ability nowadays on this game. But nonetheless, we're actually leading as we go over the lap, over the line to end lap 2. Well, okay, right, apparently Hamilton's in the pits. Now, I'm going to have to like take a look at this again at the end just to see whether I did actually like take his front wing off or whatever, but the game says it's legal, it must be true. If you're a Hamilton fan, you must be getting so triggered in this episode right now. Oh, another fastest lap. Please, Codemasters, give me some more wet races like this, because I'm absolutely bossing it. I'm actually driving better than when, you know, when it's dry. I mean, I know it's drying up now, but I'm still bossing it. I mean, come on. Oh my god. Okay, I've just had a heart attack because the fire alarm has just gone off. I have no idea how I didn't crash in that period either. So over the course of this race, I have nursed the lead as well as averting a near-death experience, it has to be said, when that fire alarm went off. But we come around the final couple of corners and we're actually going to take a victory during this episode, which was well deserved and well needed as well. There we go. 25 points, 20 tokens, and we are going to be getting our final gold pack. Actually, no, we still need 2 gold packs in this series, but that is it. That's the penultimate episode over now, and we actually have a win. So it could have gone a lot better this episode, but at least it gives me a nice clickbait title to lure people in to view this. But yeah, I actually managed to do quite well on the pad. You know, feathering the throttle, getting used to the game again, and yeah, let's take a look at the results now. Oh, Valtteri Bottas gets on the podium. Very good for him. And Max Verstappen there in 4th. So we actually gained 13 points in him. I'm not quite sure whether that's enough. I'll take a look after I've taken a look at the results to see what that does to the driver's standings. And Ricciardo follows him home in 5th. A bad result for Kimi Räikkönen down there in 8th. And then, of course, we're going to go right the way down. Still going, and Lewis Hamilton there in 22nd place. I'm going to obviously take a look at the replay to see what happened. Right, so I believe this is where the incident occurred. So we'll take a look at an onboard first to see what happened. So I legitimately go down the inside and he just sort of runs out of road. So again, I'll leave that up to you guys to interpret it as you will. I personally think I was entitled to go for that move. I just slightly overshot it, but obviously it was raining as well. So could say racing incident. I can't believe there's that much damage to his car though. Yeah, we'll take a look at it from the front of Hamilton's car, so you can see his the front of his car, and you can't really see there, but I mean, he's still got a decent amount of front wing. I'd say that was enough to go to the end. But no, he decides I'm going to have to go into the pits and get a new front wing. His loss, I guess, and, well, our game, but not Hamilton's game in the championship. Talking of the championship, let's now get into the driver's standings and see, well, what lies ahead for the final episode. As I said then earlier, that is going to be it for today's episode. But before we leave, we will take a look at the drivers' standings. And Nico Rosberg has pretty much secured the driver's title. He has got a massive lead now, 35-point lead, I believe, over Lewis Hamilton, who's only scored 8 points all episode. So a pretty dismal episode for him, and at least myself for the first half of it. Vettel has actually leapfrogged Raikkonen. It was a very strange race. Vettel got 2nd and Raikkonen got 8th in that race. So yeah, pretty poor for him. And finally, we've actually gone up a place in the driver's standings, up to 6th position. We've leapfrogged Verstappen, so that is very nice for us, and we'll try and get past Ricciardo in the final episode of this series. Bottas there had a very good race, so that consolidates his place as pretty much 8th in the driver's standings. And further down, big points as well. Well, not big points, but points at least for Roman Grosjean and Fernando Alonso. So that was pretty good for them. And yeah, on that side of me now, I'll just sort of show the tracks and setups that I've got in the inventory. But yeah, in the final episode of this series, which should be coming next week or the week after, we have got 3 races left to do. So I'm going to be doing Baku, Spa and Monza. Hope you guys are looking forward to it. I most certainly am. We've got enough tokens to open that gold pack in the final episode. But yeah, drop a like if you've enjoyed this one and if you want to see more. Also, let me know down in the comments what you'd like to see me do once the series has finished on F1 2016. But until my next video, guys, which should be the ultimate career later on this week, do take care, and yeah, see you next time. Bye-bye.